Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Reb Cantor Lisa, and I will be your guide this morning through our practice on this cold winter's day here in the mid-Atlantic. And I hope our practice today warms you wherever you are. If it's cold where you are, give a little heat with your hands. And I have a little aromatherapy I'm also going to use just to get me into the space, grounding down, and also silence your phone if you haven't done that. And give yourself this gift today of self-care. The minor holiday of Hanukkah means dedication, and it celebrates our victory over the Seleucid Empire and Hellenistic Greek influence after a guerrilla war that lasted more than 30 years. The Maccabees finally chased the Greeks out of Jerusalem. We rededicated our synagogue, our temple, and we rededicated ourselves to the light of the Mishkan, the holy lamps that were always kept burning. And that's the basis of our celebration today. We focus on our own eternal light, the flame that keeps us burning. Where do we need to focus our light, and how do we expand that light inside the body and the spirit? Every day we find ourselves fighting tyranny of some sort, whether it's political, emotional, personal, ideological. There's always something on our minds and our hearts. So as we flow through our practice today, ask yourself, what am I captive to? What do I wish to be free from? How do I channel my light and stay in my lane to focus my energy? Feel free to practice in any way you wish today, on the mat, in a chair, using the chair as a prop as I will, or just sitting and listening to the sound of the backtracks that I've created for our Freedom's Light flow. Swallow in the throat, and let's begin by quieting the mind, allowing ourselves to become grounded in the body. Feel the sits bones on the chair or in the mat. Allow the corners of the mouth to turn upward, connect that light to the heart center. Allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears, and imagine a string attached to Keter, the crown of the head, connected with Source, with the source of light and freedom. Allow this light of any color that is empowering for you to melt down the top of the head into the wisdom center, the drishti of the third eye. Close the eyes or soften the gaze, which really means bringing the drishti or the gaze to the tip of the nose. Take a little inventory of where your emotions are today as you continue to relax those shoulders, relax the neck and the jaw. And even though we'll be breathing through our nostrils today, keep the jaw a little loose. Don't clench. Release and unknot any place you might be constricted. Free up the spine. You need to wiggle a little bit. Allow the stomach to flop open. Free that space. Allow the arms to become heavy and that light of freedom to flow down into the hands, the fingers. Allow that light to flow down into the hips. Feel the hip bones release and open all the way down the legs, the knees. Notice if your knees feel creaky. If they do, maybe, mine are a little creaky. Just flex the knees a little bit and then release. the way down to the feet. And imagining that freeing light traveling through the body and untying any knots that might be hidden or held. Allow yourself the freedom to just be in this moment. Swallow in the throat and imagine your thoughts floating away like clouds. Allow the energy centers running down the spine and through every vein and artery. Allow them to come alive with the possibility of freedom. Freedom from anything that you don't need, freedom from what might be cluttering your mind. Allow yourself to sigh just a few times. I'm going to move back to my chair, but continue to, if you're sitting in Sukhasana or easy pose or half lotus, just continue to lift the spine. And if you're on a chair like I am, be sure to have a block if your feet don't touch the ground, because you want to be able to ground down into the floor. We talked about mudras last week, so I'm going to bring my fingers into a mudra, Janana mudra, and just bring my hands over my knees. Close the eyes if that's available, or soften the gaze, and drop the awareness now into the breath. We're going to expand our breath as though it's light, which it kind of is. So notice how the breath is feeling today. Is it shallow? Are you anxious? What the emotions that you're holding in the breath will release as we deepen. So just allow the breath to release from the body through the nostrils and feel that warm air flowing out as you pull the belly button to the spine and then lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze all the air from the belly, from the lungs. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Then inhale into the lower belly, lower lungs, and upper lungs, and imagine a saber full of light moving up the spine all the way into the throat. And then as you release the breath, perhaps use Ujjayi or ocean breath at the back of the throat, but release anything you don't need and imagine that light joining the flow. Inhale. And as you release, release slowly. Your troubles in mind. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. Allow that light to empower the heart center, and as you release, let go of anything you're holding in heart center. Might be constricting. Inhale. And breathe out the thoughts of the day. Release any thoughts you might be holding. Inhale, the lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, a whole stream of light coming all the way to the keto, to the crown. Just imagine that light. And then as you release, Allow the light to flow out. Join the clouds. Join the sun. Join the wind. Becoming one with every living thing. Squeeze all the air out. Squeeze. Then inhale again. Lower belly. Lower lungs. Upper lungs filling with light and allowing that light to allow you to fly. Become light like a bird, and then release.
The joy of spirit.
Inhale.
And breathe out the dark of the
And release. As you release, become light.
the love that's within you.
Squeeze all the air. One more time.
And know God's eternal
Filling, 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 filling. And then slowly release the air. Pulling belly button to spine. And release your mudra if you've been in one. Maybe just release the wrists a little bit. Press it out and open. We're going to begin to do our heart opening prayer as we let go of anger and emotions that we don't need this morning. So much is going on in the world. We want to purify the spirit with this breath that we're using this morning. Create a lot of space. So let's start by, you can notice that my palms are on my knees. You can always keep your mudra if you want, but just do whatever feels good for you today. Inhale, squeeze, just squeeze the shoulders up and drop as you exhale. Squeeze the shoulders up and drop. Good, one more. Squeeze the shoulders up and drop them. Yeah, that's where you want them. Inhale, now roll the shoulders back and press the shoulders into the chair as you look up. Drishti is to the heavens. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders up. And then as you bow down, bring your palms onto the knees. Nice and slow, using that 3-part breath. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. You'd like to bring your palms behind the chair. As you exhale, let go of anything you don't need. Squeeze the shoulders up. And now bring your hands down a little bit more. And if you're on the mat, just drop your head down and bring your hands in front of you. Inhale. Palms up, arms up. As you exhale, grab the back of the chair, fingertips to the mat, and let go of anger, resentment, anything that you're holding, let it go. Inhale, gather that light between the palms. And now reach forward. It's going to give you more length in the spine. Then you'll be able to come all the way down or bring your elbows to your knees and drop the head down. Whatever is good for you. I'm bringing my fingertips to my toes. Inhale up. Let's bring the arms wide, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, and then we're going to do a nice little side bend over the right and look up under that left arm. Another way to open the heart. Center, inhale, and as you do that side bend to the others, just let go of anything that might be hiding in the heart. Inhale. Gather that light up one more time. Reach forward. And bring it all the way down. Bow to Shekhinah, the mother, or Olam Mama, as my teacher Hannah would say. Inhale up. Gather that light and a nice easy twist behind. So we're really just warming up our spine, using the drishti to bring the neck around. Inhale, gather the oil into the hands and twist other way. Bring the hands out to the side. Inhale, exhale, palms come straight forward. Press, Anjali Mudra, and then bring that light into heart center. Heart to blessing. Open my heart to blessing. Release. Release anything you don't need. Let it flow out the arms. Good. Let's do a psalm of gratitude this morning. This is our psalm. So bringing hands to heart, what are you grateful for today? The light within, the blessings that we enjoy as free people. All of these things we celebrate during this month of Kislev, one of the darkest months of the Hebrew calendar, if not the darkest month. So that's why we need this light. Let's just start by circling our hips today. I want to start with the hips because I'm feeling like I need to get some space down there. I'm going to drop my hands down. Lead with the heart and just some small little circles, creating space in the heart center for this light that we're creating. Good. And then go in the opposite direction. So little circles, little circles. You can go slower. You want to scrape the edge of the pot. Yeah, bringing all that energy into heart center. And then let's add our arms and big circles. Moda'ani, creating this force field of light and gratitude all around us. And also freedom. Freedom in the spine, freedom in the arms. Noticing how the energy is coming into the fingertips. And stop at the top like you're on a roller coaster and then go the other way. Nice, easy circles. You can feel the shoulders release, the hips release, the belly release, and my neck is even releasing at the top of my spine. Good. 3 times. Reach way up, bring the arms out, sit back in the chair or a little bit on the mat, and then gather these circles in. So big circles with the arms, continuing these circles. 1, 2, one more, gather in, hold that light, and now outward. Like that big force field is going to be strong with light. The aura that we're creating, the Vayu energy we've talked about before in our practices, that we're going to create to keep us protected. Good. And bring hands down. Good. Let's begin doing some little circles with the neck because I'm feeling like I need to do that. Isolating the occipital top of the spine where it meets the skull. Creating a whole little universe inside of there, space of light. I am grateful. Go one direction and then the other direction. Be 3 in one direction and then 3 in the other direction. Good. Inhale. Look to the left. As far as you can. Inhale forward, look to the right, use the drishti or the gaze to bring your head around a little bit more. Inhale front, exhale, look to the left. Inhale and right. Good, let's continue these circles with our legs. So we're just going to warm up the hip circles. And if you're on the mat, you need to stand for this because it's a lot harder to warm up the hip circles, but use the chair as a balance. So if you're in the chair, you're just going to do some circles with one direction and then the other. Keep these circles going. Good. And if you're on standing, just grab the chair and do these circles. And then press the foot out. And if you're standing, just swing your leg back and forth. And if you're sitting, press up and down, press out, reach up and stretch. And release. Good. Go to the other foot. So go to the other side of your chair and get your left foot into the ground, or your right foot, whichever opposite one that you did today. And let's circle the other leg. Bringing some space and light into the hip joints before we stand. Good. And press that foot out and just swing it back and forth. Yeah, if you're on the floor, you can swing it easy. But if you're in the chair, stretch it up. And the opposite arm. And forward. Yeah, just do the best you can with that stretch. And release. Oh, that's good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And if you're able to stand, please stand. We're going to use our chair as a prop today. So you can stand behind the chair, or you can bring your feet out as we release control with our crazy prayer. So let's start with the heels out and the toes at 45, and let's just go back and forth. And if you've got your chair, just if you're in a chair, you can easily bring your knees out and from side to side. Open the heart, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and then straighten the knees. Inhale and exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, come up. This time as you exhale, bring the arms out, Devi Asana, and check your elbows. Make sure they're lifted and to the right and the left. Inhale, open heart. Exhale, send light out to the farthest star and beyond the star. Become the light of the star. Kochvei Hashemayim, the stars of the heavens. Inhale, exhale, open the heart, Devi Asana, one of my favorite asanas. Inhale, exhale, straighten the knees, and then hinge forward. I have my hands at my hip creases, so I hinge, keeping the spine straight as you can. If you're in the chair, just bring your knees out to the side and then come down. You can use a block. You can rest your elbows on your knees, but drop the head down so you get the sensation of letting go of anything you don't need. Let any control fall away from the shoulders. Release the shackles that you're holding. Anything that might be weighing you down, let it flow away. Enjoy the flow of the river. Let go and let and breathe into the back. Breathe in the light, and then as you release, let go of any darkness you might be holding. All the way down a little bit more. One more deep breath, and then we'll hinge back up. You know, you can always come up if you need to, but these inversions are so good for the brain, for the pituitary gland, for the spirit. Good. Now just hinge up. Once again, hinging, bringing the toes to the side as you hinge slowly up. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees again. Open the arms, one more. Star pose, Devi. Start here. Become the goddess, and then send that goddess light out to the whole universe. Palms come into Anjali Mudra, balance all the way down the body. Store that goddess energy in heart center. Raise ya. Some goddess pose. Good. We are going to do Surya Namaskara Sun Salutation, which is a freedom flow today. But I'm going to use my chair as a prop because I'm still having some issues with my wrist. So I just want to make it nice and easy on myself. I'm going to bring my chair here and I'm going to use downward dog this way. But I'm going to walk you through it. Okay, so front of the mat, hands in Anjali Mudra. Inhale as you exhale, make a swan dive all the way down, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, half back with your back flat. And as you exhale, either put your hands down to the mat or grab the back of the chair. Step back with right and left feet and allow that head to hang between the arms. This is a supported downward facing dog. I use this all the time. Good. Press the heels into the mat. Inhale, exhale, press the hips towards the chair and look up, or upward dog if you're on the mat. Inhale, press down into downward dog. If you're on the mat, make sure that you cup your hands so that you take the pressure off your wrists. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg behind you. And as you exhale, bring that knee into heart center and step forward. So if you're on the mat, you're in a lunge. And come up. Use the chair, raise the arms. Circle arms around and step both feet back into downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, step right and left foot towards the hands or towards the chair and bring the hands into reverse swan dive, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, exhale, swan dive down, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, half fold, bring your hands to the back of the chair or just to the shins. And as you exhale, step back with the left and right feet, downward facing dog. Allow the head to hang between the arms, press heels into the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg behind you. And as you exhale, draw that knee towards heart, put it towards the chair, and bring both feet down. Plant that left foot down. Bend the front knee, come into a lunge, arms are up. So the back foot, the toes are up a little bit as opposed to warrior, which we're going to do in a minute where it's planted. Good. Inhale, bring both feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, step the left and right foot forward. Reverse swan dive and press the hands all the way down the midline. Good. Release the arms, come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Close the eyes for a moment. Notice the energy and the light flowing from feet all the way to the top of the head, the effects of this energy, light, freedom flow. Spirits rising, spirits rising, spirits rising. Open the eyes, release, kick it up. I promised a warrior flow today because no freedom flow can be complete without a warrior series. So this time we're going to come to the back of the mat. Uh-oh, I skipped one. It's the best one yet. Then we'll go to our warrior series. So feet hip distance, I forgot we're going to create a kavana for ourselves. I have my block here because I wanted to show you. If you like to use a block to know where to put your feet for Utkatasana, it's always good to use the block. So bring hands in heart center. I'm not even following my own program here today. Do the best I can. Let's create a kavana or an intention for ourselves. So an intention for light, for purpose. What's the lane that you want to stay in? What's brought you to your Mishkan, your holy mat, mirror place today? Bring that Kavanar blessing into heart center. Then bring hands into hip creases. I like to do this because it keeps my spine nice and straight as I sit back into Utkatasana. If you're in your chair, just come to the edge of your chair a little bit so your spine is nice and straight. Inhale, bring your kavana or your blessing for yourself into your hands. Big mirror ball that you're holding, that you're setting all your intention or your kavana for our practice today. What light do you need to bring? Inhale, exhale, send that light out and create that force field of intention all the way around. Good. One more time, hands into heart center. Inhale, exhale, hands into hip creases, sit back into Utkatasana. This time, push away anything that you don't need. Yeah. Push away the darkness. Push it away. Push it away. One more push. Push it away. Inhale, exhale, and push it all the way out. We will know you are one. Bring that light into heart center. We will know that you are one. Now release the hands. Notice the effects of this energy. Wow, it's really starting to flow. Okay, now we're going to go to our warrior series. Freedom's Light, warrior series. Come to the back of the mat. If you have a chair you want to use as a prop, super easy. You just use the chair to steady yourself, okay? No problem. So, inhale, exhale, left foot forward and plant that right foot behind with the toes in. Inhale, exhale, and bring both the hips forward and then bend that front knee. Yeah, you'll be able to see me better if I take this sweater off. Good. Inhale, bend the left knee. Now lift the arms and reach up. This is Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. We are held captive to so many things in our lives, the news of the day, our cell phones, our jobs, anything that we need to free ourselves from. We are strong. Inhale, exhale, open that right arm. We do have to accept things in our lives that we cannot change. Virabhadrasana 2, acceptance. And reverse warrior. Bring right hand to right back thigh. Left arm over, wisdom. How do we know the difference when to stand and fight and when to change? Open, accept. Inhale, exhale, forward. Reach it and then step forward onto the left foot and reach forward towards that freedom. Reach, lift that back leg up and then bring it down. Step back. I'm going to do the other side. Great. Inhale, exhale the left foot forward. Did I do that before? I did. Exhale the right foot forward. I'm going to go to the other side. The right foot forward, plant the left foot behind. Good. Now swivel that left hip so that your feet are like they're on a railroad track here with the left toes in. Good. Inhale, bend that front knee. Lift the arms and reach. Freedom. What do you need for your freedom today? Inhale, exhale, open the heart, acceptance. Open that left arm and open the heart for acceptance and light. Reverse warrior, left hand, left back thigh, right arm over. Wisdom. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, open the heart. Acceptance. And forward, stretch it up, freedom. Where do you need freedom from? Now step forward into warrior three. Lift that back leg if that's available to you. And bring it down. Good. Toes together. We're going to go into volcano pose, one of my favorite poses. Inhale, lift the arms up, palms are facing one another, and feel that light energy coming into the hands, into the arms, into the elbows, down to the armpits, into the heart, down the spine, into the hips, down the legs, into the feet, and bring palms together and store all that light energy in the body. Bring the hands to heart center. Blessed are you, Yah, giver of strength. And come down. Back into Tadasana. Mountain pose. We imagine ourselves during this kavana, this blessing, this prayer. We're opening our eyes and our lips to the path that we're meant to be on. What is our light path? What is our freedom's way? As we imagine ourselves at the foot of Mount Sinai and the energy of our ancestors, whoever they might be, or one particular person who you want to embody today, in spirit, in mind, in presence. Feel their presence of spirit coming into the feet, into the legs, all the way up the belly, into the kishkas, to the heart center, up to the throat, down the arms, and all the way to the top of the head. Sense the strength, the courage, the determination in their fight for freedom. The light that led them through the desert as we put one foot in front of the other to find our own Dharma path, our own place. Inhale, bring the hands up, Vajra Mudra, with hands clasped, and reach up, and then over to the right. Waving palm, inhale, come up, over to the left. You want to come up on your toes, that's a level up from that. Inhale up. If you're seated in the chair, just do Vajra and bring your arms over your head if you can. Inhale up and over. One more time each side. Inhale up and over. Release the arms, release the wrists. Bring the hands to the back of the small of the back. Use your wrists to just massage the small of the back. I'm going to tuck my thumbs. Mushti Mudra, Bhukti Mudra. Open the heart. Allow that light to come into the heart center. And then release the hip. And as you do that, lift one knee and then the other. Marching balance, but a very easy marching balance. If you want to add the arms in alternately. Bring the hands down, feet down, hands to the heart. gita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Ah, that's great. We're going to do mat work today. I'm going to use my chair. So if you don't want to get down on the floor, you never have to. Okay, but if you want to, be sure you have something to pad your knees. And you're going to come to tabletop. I'm going to stand and I'm going to come to tabletop like this, which is absolutely also fine. When I work with the older adults who they don't have any trouble getting on the floor, but they can't get back up. So it's better if we just do this. So flat back, inhale, look at the belly button and crunch the shoulders towards the hips. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Lift the tail and look up. And as you exhale, angry cat. Oh, press the chin to the chest and look toward the belly button. One more time. Lift the hips, look up. And exhale. Just crunch it in. Look down. Good. Meet me at flat back, please. Good. I'm adjusting myself just a minute. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch that right hand forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand. And press your left foot behind you. Pedal to the metal so your foot is flat. As you inhale, stretch it out. As you exhale, crunch that elbow to the opposite knee. Inhale out. Exhale, crunch it in. Oh, that's good. One more time, reach it out. And then drop the hand and the foot and wiggle, 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 or sit back into child's pose. Wiggle, wiggle. That feels great. Good. Inhale, exhale, stretch that left hand forward. Press the right foot behind, flat foot. Good. And as you inhale, stretch it out a little bit more. And exhale, bring that left elbow to right knee. Exhale. Press it. Inhale out. Exhale, crunch it in. Now my 80-year-olds can do this, so some of them are 90. They can do this. We can do it too. Stretch it out. Feel that energy superhighway of light as you drop the foot and the hand and then wiggle, wiggle back into child's pose if that's available to you. Good. Inhale. And stand up. If you're on the mat, I want you to bring your foot forward into pigeon pose. But if you're standing, just bring your foot onto the chair and stretch forward. Inhale. Exhale, stretch it out. Inhale, bend that knee. Good. And as you exhale, stretch it out. Yeah, it's a good stretch. And then release. But bring that other foot forward. And if you're on the mat, it kind of looks like this. Yeah. And then you stretch back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. We're going to do a stretch. And I'm going to stretch on the mat just to give you a different perspective than we had last week. But if you're in your chair, I'd like you to, when we stretch, just bring your legs out this way, okay? But I'm going to go down and stretch us out. So as we do our moment of memory as we always do. We bring someone to mind who's brought light into our life today. I can think of a lot of people in my life who are gone who've enabled me the freedoms that I enjoy today, who brought a lot of light into my life. So I'm going to bring them to mind. Come all the way down and press the right foot up. Grab behind the knee and just rotate the foot to the left and the right. As you inhale and exhale, point. Let go of any grief, pain. Inhale, memory of blessing. Exhale, pain and grief. Inhale, flex and bring that right ankle onto the left knee and press down and just get a good stretch in the right hip. Good. Bring the arms up over your head if you're seated. And if you're on the mat, just bring them up overhead. And as you exhale, bring them forward and release that foot. Inhale, exhale, press the left foot towards the ceiling and just roll the ankle around to the right and left. As you inhale, flex, exhale, point, release, grief. Inhale, blessing of memory and light. Exhale, darkness and grief. Inhale, flex, and then release that left ankle on to the right knee. Stretch out that left hip. I'm pulling back on the right leg, lifting it a little just so I can get a little more stretch, releasing emotions from the hips. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And then release both feet down. Press both feet up or out in front of you if you're in a chair. Press the feet flat. Inhale, exhale, open the legs wide. Release the hips, release the groin, and then bring the soles of the feet together onto the mat. Once again, lift the arms up overhead. This can be done easily seated, Supta Baddha Konasana. Inhale, exhale, draw that right knee to meet the left. Open the arms wide, nice, easy spinal twist. Here in your chair, you can just twist around to one side and then the other. And bring the knees to the other side, to the left. Breathe. And stretch the legs out in front of you on the mat or in the chair. Relax and bring the palms down to the sides. And let's have a few moments of Shavasana, of releasing this practice, releasing the asana, releasing anything in the mind that might be lingering, all thoughts floating away as we swallow in the throat. Sitting back and lying back into this 10-inch warm blanket of light. Protecting us, keeping us safe and at peace, nurturing us, reminding us that all we have to do is release the breath and release our light into the world, creating space, creating healing, creating love. Imagining this warm blanket of light being drawn up over the feet, over the legs, the knees, and the thighs. A blanket of warm light being drawn up over the hands, the wrists, the belly, over the arms and the heart, being tucked up under the chin. So now we're freely floating in our cocoon of light, being constantly bathed in this warmth of truth and of love. It's so quiet we can hear the beating of the heart. Nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim, and imagine the four chambers of the heart sending light to every vein, every artery, every organ, cleansing, healing, protecting, sealing. Saying a blessing for the feet. We're bringing us to our holy Mishkan of light. For our hands, we're creating our Kavanah blessing of light today. For our minds, we're giving and receiving love and light. Bathing in the cocoon of this light. Memorizing how our bodies feel in this relaxation cocoon. For a moment or two more. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, becoming aware of the mat beneath you and the sounds around you. Gather the knees into the heart. Rock from side to side. And then roll over to the right side and make a pillow of the arms. Inhale and release the air through the mouth. Let go of any darkness that might remain. Inhale the light, exhale anything you might not need. And push yourself up. Shanti. We're ready now for some healing light. And as we always do, we'll take a moment to bring that healing light into the heart center and to remind ourselves of anyone who might be in need of healing, saying their names in our heart or out loud or in the chat room, anywhere where you need to express healing. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra. Then open our heart to that healing light as we inhale, then exhale, sending that healing light out to everyone in need of healing, near and far. Inhale, bring the palms in and press them down, sealing that healing all the way down the body and then into heart center. Once again, beginning from heart center as we inhale the light, open the arms, and exhale, send that light out to everyone in need. Press the palms together and bring fingertips to the wisdom center, the third eye. I want to thank you for spending this hour of light and freedom's light with me. And I'm going to send you out into your day today, not only with joy and light and lightness, but with a sense of gratitude and peace. Namaste.
The healing